copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Good Neighbors Podcast and Network. I am your co-host, one half, Andre.
Read damn books. I'm the other host, Lamont.
Read the Bambies. Read
your Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
all that good stuff,
your
man.
Charlotte's Web. Read all of them,
I
man.
can't believe Charlotte's Web to this moment, man.
Yo, they
To
trying
this
to
moment.
ban all the books. I encourage people to read books anyway, regardless.
So we gonna ask y'all how y'all feel in the comments about the books being banned, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
Let me know how you feel, fam.
I feel they are taking away a lot of our old school ways and images. Trying to bring in these new forms of learning, which is not working. And they know they're not working. That's the thing that's
a headshot.
crazy to me, man. It's like you keep putting out this Common Core math and all this other stuff, and y'all wondering why people still taking sophomore classes and junior years and senior years. It's just depressing and sad. And nobody can hit nobody kids no more. You can't hit your kids. You can't do anything no more, dude. So it's just sad. And the fact that they banning these books now, like Bambi and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it's like, yo, these is classics. Just like how somebody will go to a garage sale and collect porcelains and all that stuff.
Right.
Like, these is classic things that my grandmother learned, my mama learned, or not learned, but read. My grandmother done read these books. My mom done read these books. I done read these books. Hopefully I can read these books to my future kids. Matter of fact, you're going to have to put me on probably tomorrow.
What's that, bro?
To give me a list of these books.
Absolutely.
That's being banned. So I can start getting the ones that I want to get. I might have to get all of them just because. And get y'all's too. By the time y'all see this, I'll probably already he done told me about this like 2 weeks ago, so I'm out. I'm trying to get what's left.
Yo, you were trying to tell you, yo, people thought I was making a joke and being funny about it, but we gonna really be walking around like the Book of Eli in this joint, man. Books that you grew up with, that you read, and didn't. I don't want to say you didn't look too deep into it, but when you read it, you knew what it was. You know, the man name is Roald Dahl, and he was basically the one that created Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and things like that. And when you look up his name in the books that he has, it's gonna be like, yo, those are books that we grew up with. You know what I'm saying? So and it's crazy. I'll give you a little synopsis. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which originally was published in 1964, is no longer enormously fat, just enormous, in the new edition of which is a supernatural female posing as an ordinary woman may be working as a top scientist or running a business instead of as a cashier in a supermarket or typing letters for businessmen. This was Augustus Gloop, if you remember that character.
Who?
He was the big character.
Okay.
Augustus Gloop. Augustus Gloop was the dude that ate everything. He was the big guy. It was Augustus
right
Gloop.
here.
Boom.
I might have to bite that one.
The word black was removed from the description of the terrible attractors in 1970s. The fabulous Mr. Fox. The machines are now simply murderous, brutal-looking monsters. You know what I'm saying? Booker Prize winning author Salman Rushdie was among those who reacted angrily toward the rewriting of Dahl's words. Rushdie lived in hiding for years after Iran's Grand Ayatollah Khomeini in 1989 issued a fatwa calling for his death because of the alleged blasphemy in this novel. He was attacked and seriously injured last year in an event in New York State. This was a while ago when it happened. And if you know any history about the Ayatollah Khomeini and how that history goes, I encourage you to look at that and how he got into power. We're not going to go into that one on this segment, but that's something that I would encourage you guys to look at.
Yeah. And he got mad books, yo. I'm on Barnes and Noble right now.
Yo, if you look up the books.
Oh my goodness.
Go back.
Gracious.
Okay. Look up the
Because I
books
tried
that
to
he
see
had.
if they had the set on here, because you know I got me a Barnes and Noble.
I'm trying to tell you.
I read too, just to let y'all people know that I think that I'm
Facts.
intelligent.
It's not just the glasses.
Sometimes
I read.
Sometimes, listen, and I'm gonna give an excuse, and I don't care either, because I know how to fix it. But I'm gonna let y'all know now, man. I'll be working 30 hours a week.
Working.
You know what I mean?
Staying busy.
Not
And that's
30
kind of
hours
like
a week. I meant to say 30 hours a day.
30 hours a day.
I work 30 hours a day, man.
With 24 hours in a day?
Word, yeah, man. And I work 30 of them things. That's how busy I be.
We work 25
Plus,
days. I
right
created
now,
25
You know what? I ain't
days
even gonna
last
hold
year
you, but
for me.
right now I'm converting my books into the school books. So I got one more year of that, and then I can get back into these type of books, man. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no, before you even scroll down.
Before
you scroll down.
right there.
Before you scroll down.
There's in the giant peach, man. Come on.
Now you looking at those books. These are the books that he has written that they're probably going to try and take off. You got James and the Giant Peach. You got, what else we got?
Matilda, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I forgot what the one this is. BFG. I don't know what that is.
BFG with the giant.
Yeah, but I forgot what the
Witches. If y'all probably remember the movie Witches
that was
with
the one I don't remember.
Angelica Houston. It was Angelica
But
Houston.
he got some flavor on here for you.
He has some stuff for you. And personally, for me, I'm a James Bond fan. They're trying to change Ian Fleming books of a lot of the things that was said in the James Bond books. And even with that being said, there was a time frame, like for instance, the book that he wrote with Dr. No. They were in Jamaica on an island called Goldeneye. And if you know anything about Ian Fleming, and if you don't know, let me give you a little background. Ian Fleming was actually a real agent, like James Bond. So a lot of the stories that you've seen from James Bond was a lot of his stories from when he worked with MI5, MI6. So a lot of those things that you see in those books, those were a lot of things that he was kind of like witnessing and things of that nature. But during that time frame, that book that he wrote with Dr. No, he would call the people that were of a mixed race, they were Chinese and Africans. So they would call them Chi-Negroes.
Chinese. Wow.
Chi-Negroes,
That's
Chinese
different.
Negroes. So when you hear it, you know what you understood the terminology. Back then, when you heard it, you know what it was. And he kind of gave a description on how basically that they were different, how he claimed they were different from other Negroes in that time frame, in that time period, how they were probably possibly a little bit smarter because they had the Chinese ancestry and things of that nature. But when you read the book and you listen to how he's talking about it, you're like, oh, okay.
That's wicked, y'all.
So, but you have to understand that's how they talked back then, like, you know. But it doesn't deter away from the story. Now, if you feel some kind of way about it, and that's the same way I believe personally, how it goes with your learning and what you read and stuff. You feel a certain kind of way. That doesn't deter it from actually being true.
Yeah.
You know? So
You're
if they
right about
say
that
a certain thing, you know,
You're right about that one.
that's what it was. Does it take away from the story? There are still a lot of people that consider Uncle Tom a bad character.
Yep.
Uncle Tom was an abolitionist. Uncle Tom
Man,
was.
I haven't heard Uncle Tom in a while.
Well, it all
as
depends
far
on who
as
you are. It all depends on who you are, because you got some people that will call you that kind of term when they feel that you're acting white, not knowing that the person that Uncle Tom actually is was a fighter. He was an abolitionist. He was a movement. You know, the term Uncle Tom and the term Sambo is two different kind of people, but they will call you an Uncle Tom, not knowing the real aspect of it, and try to deter you from your smartness, your greatness, or who you are. Yeah. You know, and they don't even know that. They just say it. You know.
Yo, Uncle Tom, dang, you sound white. Why you sound like that?
Come on,
like, I hated that growing up, man. I'll tell you, that was
when you had some type of intelligence with you. But at the same time, why does white have to be me? Why does speaking a certain way have to come with me being a certain nationality? Why can't I just be intelligent? Nope, you're Uncle Tom. You this, you that. You know?
They don't know no better.
They don't know no better. But that's okay, because like I said before, you can consider your race to be the best race that you can be. Mm-hmm. But if they decide to put us all in shackles and tag us and mark us in numbers and barcodes, we all gonna be the same kind of group of people.
You right about that one, 100%. Found that bad boy for $46 on Amazon.
You better get it.
Word, that's crazy.
This real life Book of Eli stuff right here, for real. Kid you not. And you know what? And that's just. And these are just character books. There are books that are banned. There's books that are banned basically that they don't want you to read. Like, I know people might think this is bad.
Which one? Or other books?
Other books.
Yeah.
You know, Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler. They don't want you to read it. They think you're kind of like going to institute like white nationalism. Read it. I've learned that you cannot understand your enemy unless you understand your enemy's plans.
I can see that.
So that's why I encourage to read everything.
I got the, yeah. I mean, what, you gonna just go to war and just...
You don't know who your enemy is.
You just gonna go to war tonight.
I'm gonna go to war. I don't know what my general's thinking. I'm just gonna go. Where's their mindset
right now?
What is going on with them? You have to understand. You have to look into what they know. You know? That's why I encourage it. Read everything. Listen to everything. Read everything. Because you might have a better outlook on what's going on in life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And there's books that you don't know that you should read. You know? Like, I don't know, should I go with a list, Dre?
I don't got a list, but you got it. If you know, well, you the man. I forgot who I was talking to. You don't need a list. You got that all up in the mental.
Well, it's not even in the mental. I keep them on standby.
Yeah, I forgot, man.
I keep them on standby, and I pull them out because I keep a lot of books on my phone. Mm-hmm. And I keep a lot of books on my phone, and I keep a lot of books on the stash because let's just say that you don't have those books.
Yeah.
And you can't get to your PDF file or ebooks. You know? Like I said before, it's that real book, the Book of Eli. And then what happened when they found him with the Book of Eli? It was in Braille. But he knew it, front to back. Genesis to Revelations. It's a reason.
He really did too. That was a bad boy.
Yo, he was a bad boy. He's like, I gotta get this book to where it need to go. And the dude that was trying to fight him, that was going against him, knew how much power that book had.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tell people this, and they might not like it, but it's the truth. You don't have to believe in a certain religion. But if there are people that have higher powers that believe in that certain religion and everything that it goes with it, you best believe they're gonna follow through with it. You don't have to believe in it.
100%.
You don't gotta believe in it. But if they believe in it, and everything that's coming to fruition on how they're trying to create it, you better be vigilant on what they're trying to bring into pass. I'm trying to tell you.
No joke, man.
Read. Tell your kids to read.
No joke. No, ain't no tell. You better force them to read.
You gotta read.
You better force them boys and kids.
Make your kids read. Teach your kids cursive.
Read to them because some of these adults need to read too, though. For real.
But you know the excuse, I work a lot. I don't have time.
I get it.
And that's
I just said the same thing.
That's how we got ourselves in this position right now.
But I'm converting, like I said, my books I'm reading in school books. So I'm still. Oh
yeah, absolutely.
Reading.
But you're still keeping your mind and your mental sharp. You're keeping your dagger
sharp.
But
I will say though, on some real, I do still have to find time to like pull out and read one of those other books for at least like 30 minutes a day. At least 30 minutes a day.
Right.
So it's still no excuses really, for real. Even with me working and then Ubering right after work and all that stuff.
But the fact that you're still reading.
Yeah.
That still
acknowledgement.
means
Definitely.
it's still, reading. Cursive. There's a reason why your kids right now are not learning cursive. Because you can't understand what the documents that our country was founded on.
How to do cursive.
Or our country was founded on. What is it written in? It's written in cursive.
Yep.
And you have to pay attention to the commas and the punctuations because that all makes sense. It all makes sense if you don't. But that's how they're trying to get us. They're trying to dumb us down. So when things start to happen, you like this. When did that come about? All right, cool. I'm just gonna go with it because I'm too busy. Got a lot of stuff going on.
It will never fail though. We always gonna give each other these crazy excuses, but we gotta get out of that. We really do gotta.
It's
get
hard
out
to
of that
when you're bombarded though.
Yeah, but
you have to make time.
And I was about to say, in order for it's what they say, and it's pretty much normal. We all know it, but in order for change, you have to make change. So it's just as simple as that. I mean, again, like I said, I just said 30 minutes. Even probably 20 minutes. Heck, I would start even small and say, because I got so many excuses, I'm gonna start with 15 minutes. That's nothing.
Every little bit counts.
That's nothing. 15 minutes is nothing. I should be able to do that. And that means, like, even with school, you learn something for 30, you take a break. During that break actually might mean go read that book. It don't mean jump on the phone or do anything else.
Imagine somebody calling you like, yo, what you doing, dude? Yo, I'm reading right now. You reading?
Yep. Yep.
Yo, you'd be amazed, because guess what? Okay, there's a scene. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it in the bottom link. If I can create it. There was a scene in the movie in the video game Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm.
And they were burning all the books. And the one assassin was like, "What are you burning the books? Why are you burning the books?" He said, "These books are lies. These books preach this, preach that." And the other guy was like, "No, these books are meant to help people. They're meant for whatever reason that they was having." He was like, "No, we don't believe in that." But he was like, "It doesn't matter. We have."
These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them. You love your precious writings? You'd do anything for them? Yes. Yes, of course. Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat.
These books, and this goes back to the Library of Alexandria that they burned down to the ground. But when he said that, he was like, "Okay, that's how you feel about these books," and he kicked them into the fire with the books because he felt like he was basically going against the path that they were trying to create.
My bad, Joe. I had to figure out why my computer was like acting up for a second. I'm like, yo, why were everything like all this was all gone? My bad, because I thought I was on.
That's all right. That's all right.
So my bad. I'm back, y'all. So
you're back.
I'm back.
Somebody owes something.
Nah, yeah, shoot. A lot of people owe me something, but I ain't gonna say that.
I'm back like a chiropractor.
For real. But yeah, man, read the books. Find time for yourself to read. I would say even find like 10 minutes before you go to bed.
Something.
Actually, the good thing is some people can read and then go to sleep right as they read and then just leave a book right on their chest, and then you wake up and be like, oh man, I ain't
But guess what? It's still in that mental.
Yep. And you don't know that you sleeping in that, like you said, you locking it in. So as you holding that to your heart and your chest, and you in that euphoria.
Come on,
it's
man.
like you really it's being instilled in.
You really instilling that in you. Damn, I ain't even think about that, dude.
I'm just saying, man.
That's cold.
We gotta, because a lot of times we go to sleep. What you kind of go to sleep thinking about and stuff is what you kind of like go to sleep dreaming about, and then that's how you
gotta retain that information, man.
You be having those messed up old
crazy
days
dreams.
and know them days because you be like, man, I had a dream that did that. Yeah, but you went to sleep thinking about that. So I don't know. That's crazy. Dang, that's crazy. I wish I could talk about that, but the video. Yo, we gotta find a way of releasing videos the week of, man.
I wonder. There's so much we want to do with this.
It's so crazy because
There's so much we want to do with this.
maybe. See, the downside is because the day we record is what really is a good day for us. But by the time we get to record and everything is like already happened like 3-4 days before, and then by the time ours come out, it'll be like a week after, and the news would be almost like a week and a half old. That's what kind of.
It's kind of hard for us to do it. We're working on that.
Yeah, so
we're working on it.
So if y'all ever wonder, if y'all ever try to understand, my bad, why we didn't or why we not recording on current events, sometimes it's a lot difficult based on our schedule. So we record on the weekends, and by the time something happened on a Monday or Tuesday,
it either happened
we
or
record on a Saturday, Sunday, and then that don't come out until the following week. So by that time, it's like old news in a sense, unless it's something that harvests.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that harvests, we could definitely keep talking.
That's why we're about to actually gonna go live real soon.
I was gonna see if I could put my other camera right here and put that bad boy on like an Instagram or something.
We're gonna find a way to go live. So whatever we're talking about, you guys get it ASAP and 10. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that and post it on our gram page and go live from there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out for sure, because I would like to definitely have us talk on a lot more current events.
Instead of waiting and then things like you said, things start to go and pass
then go away. But we'll get there though. We'll get there, and I thank everybody for their support.
We thank you guys, we really do.
That's the biggest thing. Also, is everybody still supporting us the way we are doing it. So that's a big ups to everybody too.
Thank you.
Big ups. But what else we got going on? Yeah, you just.
Do you have anything, bro?
You just put me on.
I smacked this whole thing all day.
Well, the thing is, you just put me onto that word. I don't smoke like that. So the fact that it's nicotine-free vapes out here that can harm our kids, that's new to me. Because you never knew that. You always think that these people are going to find a way. And, these kids got cash apps and all type of stuff now for them to buy their snacks and things.
Yeah, man.
So they got that. They got the cash access. Even if it's like friends and family members.
The same way, like me personally, when me and Sean, when I was in the Navy, wanted to buy something to drink, we would go to the hood and have somebody buy it for us.
Yeah.
Same, but the thing that's different is now, a lot of these kids have access, they have money access, and because they have the access to the money, that there's not really any kind of...
And all it take is for you
there's no really
if something
I can't think of the word that I want to say, but
and just make it easily accessible for these kids.
Yeah.
To get certain things, because now all it take is, so say they got $50 in their pocket, something costs 20. They ain't gonna have no shame in their game with asking somebody to do it for and charge them $5-10 for it, or vice versa. Say it's something that costs $10-15, they charge them $5-10 for it. They still They still got $25 in their pocket.
Yeah.
So to do whatever, you know what I mean. And then these parents is gonna pick them up from school or work or whatever the case may be, so they don't gotta pay for like fare like that anymore. So this money, like you said, is the access is, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna knock them because we never had that type of cash before like that. At least I didn't. At least
I ain't had that kind of bread like that in school.
But these kids, they got the. You know what's crazy?
They got like 50 on cash app.
I knew kids had like sneakers and stuff like that. Like, you know, I'm a collector or whatever, and I seen kids. But I knew kids in high school had shoes. But I can only imagine a kid having the type of shoes that I'm wearing now and having
that they had.
Wow. That's crazy.
Y'all look at the young kids.
And I know a couple dudes, you know, my age, our age, that, you know, that got it like that since then. But you don't know too many dudes that still got shoes or still was rocking kicks from.
Unless you are that small percentage of group.
8 years old all the way. I mean, even some kids been doing this since they was kids, all the way to adulthood. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, you don't never seen that before. And the fact that these kids now, you look outside now, every day these kids got on a different pair of kicks that you be like.
I be looking at them like this. Oh, so you got those on?
How the?
Oh, you got those on. But then, like I was mentioning,
but got B's and got C's and D's.
Yo, facts. And I was looking at some. I'm like, dang, they got those on. Dang, they got those on. I'm like, dang, I really wanted those. I had to work. You had to work to get them, or you had to, you know.
Nah.
Now they all just got them.
Moms and pops just like, yo, here we go. And now
they just dropped. Boom.
Because I would do it too for my kid if I had a kid, but they got to be passing.
I'm just not gonna give it to you.
They got.
And I'm not gonna give it to you because I got them. Because you gotta think about it. Because you got them and you look in your closet like, man, I want that. All right, bet I pay for those. But for you to have them, you have to have.
And you gotta like want them, not to. But you know, I know a kid. I know one of the YouTubers. He his son. He got beater shoes that you'll be like.
His beaters.
What the?
What we mean by beaters?
Playing
they mean like
football.
What we mean by beaters? Those are like sneakers that he bought that are pretty decent that he done ran through them.
And are some collectibles. And
so
I looked at that. It was
like, so that's what you're doing with those cool grays?
Yo,
I bet.
For real. I was very shocked, but I was like, you know what, though, they deserve it. Because they ran them joints down, they was hooping in them. They say you hooped in certain things, and the walk in certain
but
things.
That's the difference. When you was buying them, you was either hooping in them, or you tried to style in them.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if you got them, you hooped in them.
Yep.
You played in them.
Now
but
we
then
just
you got some parents, now we styling them.
Now we just wilding and styling in them.
Man,
and you're right, because back then, we used to wear shoes and then beat them. And then
you had
another pair of shoes, but then used to beat.
You had school kicks and you had outside kicks.
Yep, you're right about that one. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
The joints from last year that you probably went to school with, those became your beaters. And then the new schools happened, the new year happened, those are your school sneakers.
Man. Now, and it's crazy because I be sitting there like, man, I need some work shoes and this, that, and the third. And I'm like,
I want to be comfortable. I want to do this.
But here I am like, yeah, dude, but you got, pick one.
Yo, I got enough to pick, but you like this. I don't.
Not for work. Be like, not for work. You know what I mean? But that's why I want to wear. That's why I want to work somewhere where I can wear that stuff, though, man. Now that I think about it, our job just ain't gonna never cut it, unless we work up front and don't gotta come in the back. But that ain't gonna never happen either for me or you.
That's why we're creating a conglomerate, so we can wear whatever we want, whenever we want. going on that flight, on an Emirates flight, and I'm wearing something nice.
Some pandas.
Panda.
I know everybody gonna be like, what? That's basic.
Don't
Flights,
worry.
going on flights, man.
Going on
I'm
flights.
wearing pandas on the flights.
Don't worry, I'm
What's
gonna
in
do
the
it.
bag
I'm gonna do
is-
it. I'm gonna do like this. Airplane. Pandas.
Yep. Know what I mean? And you don't know what's in the book bag. Some
And I'm good with that.
flavor.
And even if I just got a nice pair just to wear for the whole thing, because I know cats that like to switch up their kicks while they on vacation.
But you know what? I
Wear a nice pair of sneakers
I wear
on
some
vacation.
Presto Reacts too, so I ain't gonna knock
I ain't mad you on that one. Wear you a nice pair of shoes while you're on vacation. Check it out. When you're on vacation, this is me. Get you a nice pair that you want to wear on a plane. Get you a nice pair when you want to go out. And get you a nice pair when you're going to walk on the beach.
Yeah.
Stop wearing sneakers on the beach, man. Get you some get you some sandals, or get you some water shoes.
Or them joints right there. What
Get
is
you
those
something.
right there?
You ain't gotta.
Damn, what is those right there? We said.
you a
I'm
nice
looking at
pair.
them too, and I can't remember the name of those things.
Get you a pair of shoes to walk on the beach with. I don't even care if they name brand. Go get you a pair of water shoes to walk on the beach. You ain't gotta walk on the beach with your kicks on. You ain't gotta shout for nobody on the beach.
Nah,
was-
Fab and I'm out here in Dubai and Tim's, man. So you know it's different out here when they see that, man.
Man, shoot, I don't even want to get into that one. 'Cause
Nah,
I've been to
with
Dubai
Fab.
multiple times. Guess what? You don't need to wear
I rock
Timbs
with
in
Fab.
Dubai.
Yeah, I rock with Fab and that.
Because there's
joint.
multiple janky spots where you can buy a pair of fraudulent Timbs. That's neither here or there.
Oh, that's something totally different.
Just saying.
Yeah, that's why I was like, ooh, that's something totally
You
different.
don't need no dang Timbs in no Dubai.
Nah, but that's Fab. You know how it is.
Yeah,
It
you
was
can
like,
start.
what
You
was
start.
it?
You front.
What was it? French Montana, Fab, and somebody else.
For my peoples that know, you don't need no Timbs in Dubai. It's
Oh
too
yeah, I
dang hot.
believe it.
It's too hot.
I believe it.
Hot.
So we gonna wrap this up, man.
We'll
We
wrap
hope
this up.
everybody enjoyed. We gonna give y'all some flavor to your neighbor. Remember, everybody read them books. It's getting dangerous out here.
Read. Teach your kids cursive.
Yeah, man. Stop buying them kicks all the time. And yo, you know what though? Y'all can buy a kick and buy a book at the same time. Since
You
I
sure
got it like
can.
that.
Buy a kick
Buy
and
a
buy
book and a kick.
Yo, that sounds like something we should start.
Yeah.
Kicks and
Book
books.
and kicks. Or
Yo, could
kicks
you
and books.
imagine? Could you imagine like a kick store with like a Barnes and
Imagine
Nobles?
us doing that giveaways.
Ooh. In the process.
September's, schools, all that.
Books and sneakers.
Kicks and books.
We're gonna do raffles, and you get a pair of kicks,
Kicks and books.
and you get a book.
Word. So, you know, after my man sip his stuff, man, he gonna roll us out. You know, we love how we roll us out now. Top dog. Top dog, top dog.
We're encouraging everybody to get books. We're encouraging you to read. We're encouraging you to know the statutes and limitations and things of that in your area, in your neighborhood. All our subscribers and all our followers, you have a state constitution. Find out what it is. Read. We encourage you to read. We encourage you to know what's going on. Don't just look at the big mainstream news. Look at alternative news.
This. Are you talking about that Constitution?
My boy just
Got it in the phone because he told me to. That was a long time ago.
get that app.
There we
Constitution
go.
app.
There you go. There you go. That's ain't nothing on there, but there you go. Right there, y'all
There you
see
go.
it.
Get that.
So
Know what's going on. Know what's going on in your area. There's a lot of things going on. It's about to start getting warmer. Things about to start getting a little bit crazy.
Kick
So-
your time, kick your time.
It's gonna be time to pull out some of them kicks for you people that ain't gotta deal with the snow. If y'all don't have to deal with the snow, y'all been pulling your
Lucky
kicks
for
out.
y'all, man.
We are happy for you.
Lucky for you, Lord. Lucky for you.
But we encourage you guys to read books, and we encourage you to find out what's going on in your area, and we encourage you to pass the information on. And that's what we do as good neighbors. Be kind, love one another.
Have a good one.